I think we want to table it. I think we need more discussion. I make a motion that we table this long enough for us to have a serious committee meeting about our options.
I'll second. Lou,
Yes.
Christie. Yes. Kip,
Yes.
Jason,
Yes.
Sue.
Yes.
Okay, we'll go into, full business. We need to buy batteries and tires, front tires for the backhoe. Did you ever get the estimates you did with the radios?
Yeah, radials are 500 a piece and regulars are 275. After we heard that they were 500, we kind of figured that it's probably best to just go with it. I don't think we can get 4 years out of radios. And the batteries, I called them. O'Reilly's, I think, they said 125 for batteries, it was 250. I'm not entirely sure that's right, but that's what they told us.
You know, kind of battery in the group, like,
All I know is heavy duty batteries. It took them a while to find them. Which also makes me question whether
they do want to check what's
Just
maybe
regular
your
batteries.
Yeah. And they didn't have them stock, so I figured.
Yeah, mine is like tires, tires and pumps.
They didn't have batteries and stuff.
Now they have to order, I think it only takes them like a day or so to get batteries, but
Well, we need, here's coming.
Yep. So what do you want to cap that at, about 1,000?
Tires, 550. How many batteries you got, two?
yeah, we need 2 batteries.
Yeah.
Say 1,500. I make a motion, we buy batteries and tires for no more than $1,500. I second. Don't spend that,
Buying tires and batteries.
We're getting regulars.
regular tires,
The cheap one.
the cheaper ones, and then the batteries, new batteries. The tires are 550 and the batteries are about
125, I heard that. I don't know how much they are, I just,
275 for the regulars and 500 for the regulars. And I really don't think. the
These tires are for what?
Back, front tires are back up.
Tires are back, we just replaced the back ones.
Yeah.
Okay. Kip,
Yes.
Christie. Yes. Sue,
yes.
Louie,
Yeah.
Jason.
Yeah.
Okay, the zoning, committee recommendation the other night was 100% for rezoning, the Garden Street lots 4 through 16 back to Ag 1. Need a motion on that for discussion, you remember?
I have a question. On the Ag 1, we're going back to Ag 1, or do you have an ordinances where how many animals they could have, no livestock, all this?
Well, Ag 1 is, just what it says, Ag 1, whether the lots, excuse me, our city lots back there, days it's in the city limits, I'm not 100% sure where we stand on
I mean, whether it's Claire and Gary, we're all not gonna live forever, so 15, 20 years from now, somebody comes in and decides they buy that land, want to homestead it, and they bring in sheep, donkey,
that. Well, that's,
everything, you know? How do we stop that?
I agree.
I mean, I noticed that Louis Seltzer said he had no problem, as the neighbor right next to the goats, he didn't even know they were there, he didn't care. You know, he said he wasn't a big fan of chickens, but that was for the whole world to figure out.
Yeah. Well, the only way you can make sure of what's gonna be on there is, because we're gonna have to do this ordinance form for the county. They want, require that, is put in the ordinance what you want. What you want limited to. Limit to chickens, if you want to limit to regulation, they have to get it back there. How we want to do it.
And that's all we asked for.
chickens and the goats, that's it.
Like I said.
Right, if anything happens to us, well then, you know, because he said once before that we would have to come up and ask for permission to get this or to get that, and rightfully so.
No, and you got it, me interrupt, but Jared said that we could write that up in the ordinance, and that's right with me.
Okay.
We could make a specific agreement with the current landowner that this landowner is going to follow these rules.
Okay.
It could be zoned agriculture to allow this, to get us through that zoning barrier,
Mm-hmm.
but then we could also, it happens all the time in zoning committees
Okay.
and zoning issues. Basically restrictions both parties are gonna follow, you know, the municipality is going to do X, Y, and Z, but applicant is also gonna follow A, B, and C.
Okay.
So it's a way to zone it agriculture, but not open it up to the whole world. Other than, like what Tony is saying, is change what you allow as a agricultural,
Mhm.
change your zoning. So you could specifically, given the situation with the applicant, grant the zoning change with agreement with landowner of what those restrictions that they would follow would be. It's not unlike buying a house in a subdivision and you think you have everything under the sun and you're like, oh shoot, I should have realized that there was a covenant that said I have to follow these rules. It's a very similar thing.
Well, I have a question with the hearing, just to sit and listen, but, there was some reference made to when we had the legal case go on, was there anything in the disposition or the adjudication of that case that stipulated how many animals or no animals or?
I don't know about how many, the court's rationale was twofold. It basically said, and I sent this to Tony, it basically said, animals currently there, fine, animals moving forward not allowed. Unless different, meaning new animals, sorry, if that was confusing. Because they were grandfathered in, but the court split the baby, which courts, big surprise, like to do. Hey, we're gonna allow this to happen, but we also side with Village and said, hey, what they've got going on is fine because of how long it had been going on. But also, we don't want to open the floodgates for everybody, so we're limiting this situation.
Wow, so I sat in there, I think Christie was in there, I was thinking, they said, once the goats were gone, they were gone, but once you was
Yes,
set as agriculture, that is your land unless your city ordinance is saying otherwise.
yep.
That's why I brought that up.
That's, yeah, we're all saying the same thing, Louis.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, see, and my only issue about this particular zoning would be, we don't have anyone in position right now that can be our ordinance, we don't have a police officer, we don't have anyone that, because my biggest thing is that we open the gates to allow agriculture, we allow animals, and we're not able to field any calls and do anything about it because we don't have a police officer that we can enforce the ordinances. I think we're adding fuel to the fire. I think we need to have.
We're on that situation with everything. I can't tow a car, I can't do nothing.
Well, I mean, we currently have, I mean, and I just found this out the last meeting, apparently we have people that have chickens in town. I mean, I'm physically not aware of it, but we're not doing anything about that, and it just, I don't understand what the importance is about this at this point in time.
Because it was zoned agriculture.
Can I stop, hang on a second, Claire, can I stop you real quick? And I do this to get this gentleman from Chastain out of here, but he's got some documents that need to be signed, Tony has what needs to.
Can I go ahead and finish the claim?
I want Tony to pay attention, but yes, Claire, that's why I said, I was looking for an opportunity, there's no good opportunity to stop everybody.
Right.
I don't want anybody to think that I'm opposed to listening to someone saying they're, I
I
don't feel like I don't feel like I'm familiar enough myself personally to make zoning decisions? I don't know if we need to rely on Christian County, do they have a zone? I get.
They don't do any zoning for villages.
See, I just
None
don't, I don't like the
whatsoever.
idea of the village, this is my thing, and I don't want anyone to think, because I love animals, I mean, I just know that we shouldn't be in a situation to where we can't police with the ordinances.
But you know what, we shouldn't be in this situation anyway, because it was zoned agriculture. There was a map up in the front that showed that it was zoned agriculture.
Well,
That map mysteriously came up missing. So then we got an ordinance violation saying that we were violating because we had goats. Well, the past mayor's view was, zoned agriculture. Past board members attested, yes, it was agriculture. There was a foreman that said, yes, it was agriculture. Many people said, yes, it was agriculture. So that's why we want it zoned back to the way it was before, because we don't want to have to worry about this with a new administration. We just want it to be done and over with. We want our goats back.
Man,
we want
the
our
only thing
goats to be
that, and I
safe.
hope you understand it, and I want to be clear on this, my only thing is that the village of Kincaid right now doesn't have any enforcement for any kind of ordinances whatsoever, and we're possibly opening the floodgates to allow, if we allow
Yeah, we were
chickens.
just forced to remove our goats from our property.
Well, no, I mean, that's the only thing that I'm saying.
That's enforcement right there.
I enforced her to move them. She had
Yes.
2 goats and I had to move them out of town.
Yes, we had to remove them.
I got a point. You're
So don't say
talking,
there isn't.
you're saying that we have no enforcement for ordinance. I agree with that. She's not asking for that. She's asking for her property to be back into agricultural. We don't need the cop to tell us that her property shouldn't be agricultural. We're worried about the animals, we'll worry about them later. This is on, are we allowing her to go from residential to agriculture? And the committee all said yes, and Louis Seltzer, who was one sitting there, he says, I don't have a problem with the goats, I don't know what anybody else does, now chickens in it. So once again, they approved her to go, her or Gary to have it agricultural like it was years and years ago, where I baled hay, he worked on it and all that. That's what we're bringing up, not how many animals did she have right now. I shouldn't have said that, but that was my question, and are we gonna set a limit if she does get this agriculture? Then I understand, yeah, we've gotta make sure we don't have
Well,
goats,
and I mean,
livestock,
let's-
animals and all that.
I'd be less concerned about Claire taking care of animals. I'd be the last person in this room. I'm just saying, we don't want anything to become a nuisance to the neighbors. That's the only thing that I'm saying here. And if we're saying that we're moving forward and we're enforcing ordinances and have you, then we're taking care of the chickens that are in town, I'm totally fine with that. I'm on board with all
We
that.
just, the zoning, the way I understood, the zoning board met and
They approved.
they recommended, and the one thing that nobody, and I know it's been agricultural for years, but did anybody ever consider that maybe when they were doing the taxes or whatever, they made a typo error? They could have done that. It could have been something favorable, who knows? None of us know, so right now, we just need to either decide if we want to accept what the zoning board recommends. I don't want to get into the livestock and all that debate, because it's gonna take people sitting down, expressing their opinions, maybe even a public meeting about chickens and about goats and about everything else, and the amount of land and where we're gonna put it.
So can I
say something? Go ahead.
Can I say two things? You have to ask the mayor, he's in charge of the meeting, if he wants to take.
No,
the
you go
question.
ahead.
Go ahead, I can say it for you.
I don't wanna put the cart before the horse, I guess is what I'm saying. If we wanna rezone the specific piece of property that the application is for, obviously zoning commission, whatever you guys call it, made a recommendation, board says yea or nay. I mean, that's how it works. So to that extent, what I meant cart before the horse, which is if there are restrictions that we want this applicant to follow, we should do that before it gets rezoned. The mayor and I talked about that, I think last week, when I knew this was gonna be an agenda item. So I would say, if we're leaning to rezoning it, that we at least get some type of agreement reached with current applicant as it relates to what their restrictions would be, or the village's restrictions for that matter as well.
Good with that?
But
Good with that?
that just makes more sense to me, and the reason I say that is that's how I've done it in other municipalities. I've been fighting one with the county for, the county's fighting it, but I'm giving some help, and it's been months and months. It's been over a year and a half they've been talking about it, so.
I just want to say, where have I abused it with the animals in the last 7 years? Where have I abused it? Where have I brought more animals in? If I wanted cows, I'd have it there. If I wanted a horse, I'd have it there. I didn't have it there. I didn't have it there. So let's don't talk cows, horse, pigs, or any crap like that. We're talking these goats. Only thing I will say, if we don't quit throwing the table scraps out in the yard to try to bring the coyotes and the foxes in, I might have to get something out there to protect them. And that would be a donkey or a dog. And don't tell, and I don't want nobody to tell me that it ain't been done, because I had 2 cats killed that way. I had them on my camera. Louis Seltzer got a fox because of the same crap. I had a fox in the yard that's sick. He died the night I caught him in the trap. He's that sick. So if we don't put our table scraps out there to bring the animals in so they eat my cats, you know, we get a big thrill out of seeing that coyote run with that cat in its mouth. Let's knock the crap off and let's just do our job.
If you want to specifically rezone it, I would say table it tonight and do it, and then approve the zoning whenever the agreement is reached. That's just my opinion.
Well, I got,
If you don't do it that way, by all means,
We wanna bring our goats home.
who's gonna pay the boarding?
We're paying boarding.
Yeah, who's
We are
gonna pay the
paying
boarding
a high
bill?
boarding fee right now.
I paid it the
That's
last
not fair to
time.
us. For a year and a half, we had to pay a high boarding fee.
and I'm not saying it's not the only way to get the job done, I'm just saying that's the way I would suggest it. You can do it the other way, if you say, hey, this is going to be, rezoned with the understanding that restrictions will be placed.
Yeah.
I'm fine with that as well, I'm telling you the typical way I do
Once we
it,
get to bring
there's
back our goats,
several ways to do it, that's the
it's
board's
not fair that we
decision.
had to do them.
I'm just
The
giving,
fact that we have to put it in ordinance form, which we have to pay for. I'd like to see it all done in one,
Yeah.
that we don't have, to a month from now say, okay, we want to change the ordinance we just made. If we come to an agreement, all they want is goats, right? Goats and chickens.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, ain't gonna
We don't
be-
want pigs, we don't want cows, we don't want horses.
No one will pick.
We definitely don't want dogs.
I'm 75
No,
years
thank
old.
you.
I'm 75 years old, and I do good to do what I do, and I ain't gonna have to do any more. So they can forget all them ideas.
The stress of all this is really getting to me, and I can't take it anymore. So we need to get this done and over with.
You really got bitchy.
I did get bitchy. Oh, you should have seen me in person.
Well, if you live down where we have been in the last 5 years,
Getting shot at.
and come up to the board and say, sit down and shut up.
Yep.
Sit down and shut up, your time's up. Hey, we got a nail board underneath my van sitting down there where a nail board was sitting, she's got a flat tire. You gonna come down and check it? Make on this, make whatever. He said, no, I ain't coming down there. Yeah, you can do what you
We
want,
just want this
on the
to
street
be
right away, no, you
over with.
cannot do what you want.
I wanna bring my goats home where they belong.
So I can make guy recommendation, not a thing, but just say, we agriculture tonight, I would say no more than 3 goats, because I read
Agree.
research on one, if one dies, the other one's gonna die near, like broken heart, like old people do.
Yes.
So no more than 3 goats, no more than 6 chickens, and in emergency cases for, safety, a donkey, because I know donkeys wipe out a lot of stuff. They're protective of all animals.
I prefer a dog.
Louis, let me ask you something, if I got this one as a female, I want to breed her next year.
He said 3.
Okay, if she has twins, what are we gonna do then?
Sell one.
That's one word.
No, I ain't so.
Sell one.
Not my babies, we don't sell.
You got me on that one, I'm trying to help you, now you got me on this one.
I'm gonna breed her one time, and that's it. That's
Okay,
it.
let's.
If you,
So Jared, you said it would be better to take a week or 2 and
that would be my suggestion, because,
put it all
obviously,
together and do it one time.
every time we come up with something else,
Yeah.
another comment's made, well, Louis, hey, he's talking about the restrictions that he would like to see the village do, and right now we've got pushback from, that's my fear, is that we're gonna say, oh no, the restrictions are gonna be fine, we're willing to work with the village, and then we'll be right back here with yet another legal conundrum. That is my only issue. And that's why I say the
We
ones
would
that I.
always be willing to work with it already.
Sure, oh, I didn't mean it
And
that
we'll
way.
ask permission before we do anything.
I didn't mean it that way. My point was is,
Could we reach a tentative agreement at this point that if you will work with us on what we're going to try and lay out, because we've got to deal with the animal situation or the chickens or whatever everybody wants.
that was my point,
Yeah,
Sue, is,
and we're gonna face that conundrum by January.
Well, I'll tell you that.
And could we make a special dispensation at this point and let her bring the kids home?
I talked
Instead of
to,
keeping them in foster
I
care.
talked to 2 neighbors down there.
Foster care.
Really, I talked to 3 neighbors down there. And, Enos,
She don't care.
she don't care, she says, I don't see a thing that goes on down there. And,
Then let's do a motion and let's do the recommendation, and we all have a clear understanding of what has to be done, and we're gonna make sure that we understand, the parties understand that there's gonna be, what I want
I just
to,
think we need
what's the
to
best
state
way
it so
to.
we know, we have clear
Exactly,
expectations. You
exactly.
know, let's let her bring the kids
She
home.
can bring them home.
And in the meantime, if we can take 2 weeks to a month to hammer out something that looks like an ordinance that we can all live with.
Thank you,
We
Sue.
discuss it at the committee meeting, and we'll bring it up at the very next board meeting, which will be less than 30 days.
Yeah,
And vote on it.
that's perfect.
Okay, then I'll make that motion, I'll do it that way.
Thank you, Sue.
I'll
I'm
make
on the
that
way to
motion.
bring my goats home, I'm happy.
I'll put that motion.
is there a second?
I'll second.
Are we clear on the verbiage?
We're bringing the goats home and we're tabling it for now.
So you bring the.
And this has to be discussed and resolved before, at our next board meeting. We don't want to go 6 months down the road, still January 1st.
at the committee meeting, it's gonna be hashed out.
Okay,
Jason,
yeah,
Louis,
Yeah.
Kip,
yes.
Christie. Yes. Sue.
Yeah.
Okay, under new business.
Thank you,
Trustee Pay.
I appreciate it.
Yes, thanks a lot. My babies will be happy. You can ask my son, he also loved it. They was very unhappy.
If it works out for you, I'll get some pygmy goats instead of hiring the lawn keeper.
Nope, no more.
Trustee Pay?
Yeah.
We have to have this every year so we can pay you for 2025. It has to be voted on.
I'm gonna second that motion that you pay the trustees.
Got it.
We're there, Steve.
Sue.
What?
Do
You want to
agree on
check?
Trustee Pay? Do you agree on the trustee pay?
I guess.
Christie.
Yes.
Louis,
Yeah, I know what it is, yeah.
Jason, Kip,
Okay, Christmas bonuses.
My thing is, if we're gonna do Christmas bonus for the workers, not trustees.
We're not doing this.
Okay, I didn't.
This trustee's pay is for.
I know, but before I've seen it where they voted for a trustee on this.
No.
I never got it.
Okay, so I just wanna make sure of that.
We give it back. So let's give it back.
Okay, that's what it was. I know somebody said, well, why did they give us Christmas bonus? I'm like, okay, I'll bring that up.
What are we talking, what do we do, what are we doing?
I think last year, I'm trying to remember, what did we do, 400 or?
Last year was 300.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
And I think the foreman got
No,
five.
we got like
Jamie
people
told me
in
it was 40.
the foreman.
Can we just make sure, let's not just do this and
You
find out.
You know,
Meetings, discuss
The
this.
thing of it is, we've been working with 3 workers all year long, and they have done a tremendous job. I mean, you know, aside from whatever anybody seems to be putting out there on Facebook or whatever, they've done a great job. They've done everything that I think we've tried to.
Saints don't
Working
really
without a
know.
supervisor.
So I would recommend if they got $350 each, is that correct, Chris?
Pretty sure we got 300.
Well, they
300.
taxed it. didn't they?
Yeah, I was after tax, it was like 2 something.
Well, and we had no foreman that's leading the pack, and that was a $500 bonus. I would say we take that $500 bonus that we would give a foreman and give it to the workers, the others.
I agree.
Good job.
So,
Can we call it a Christmas
If
allowance?
we give them
so that-
300 plus a divvy of what would be the foreman's bonus.
What does she recommend?
133.
Well, I think
We
we
went
want
around.
basic allowance,
133,
maybe they get taxed, but I
I
think
said we
they
give
should
full-time
raise.
$750 and part-time.
Yeah.
If you make that motion, I'll second it, so
Say it again, Jason.
he wants to give $750.
I think that's a little on the high side, but, you know,
oh, God.
We haven't been paying our police department either salary, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't have a
That's
problem
in
with the
different
500, the 750, I think it's a little more, because we did give them a $500 sign-on bonus, that's what I mentioned before. We give them 200 clothing and that, so I think the 500 for Christmas is a nice thing to do.
Yeah,
across the board.
Yes,
yeah.
Okay.
unless you wanna add some.
Full and part-time,
Yes,
got it. 500.
no difference in anybody, they'll work with us.
Everybody pulled a hard gig this year.
Do we need a motion?
So what are we gonna do about
I motion that
Seth?
every,
Wait, what are we gonna do about Seth?
He hasn't been already had a deadline.
He don't, but he's still.
when he comes, he works here, and that's, I'd say
He
no.
only gets about 1 hour, 2 hours of pay sometimes.
He's still doing all the background.
He's our salary guy.
He's more of a consultant than he
He's
is
done a
anything.
lot of legwork for me.
What's your suggestion, Beverly? What's your suggestion?
He's doing work that we don't know about, like he's
Yeah.
helping Tony.
Yeah.
And he's part of the crew.
Yeah. He's still on payroll, hell, he just got a paycheck last month.
What do you know?
We should give him something, what you suggest?
I don't know, that's up to the board here. What do you wanna give him? He's not patrolling anymore.
I think you should.
What are we, okay, so what are we giving everybody? 500? We giving Tommy, CJ, and
500 across the board.
Everybody.
Yeah.
everybody,
Clerk, assistant clerk,
Yeah.
this would be 6 people plus a police officer.
part-time?
He said part-time and full-time.
Yeah. So we're
That'd
talking
be 7 people.
Let's give Seth $200.
Half of it.
And then I think we ought to give him,
$250.
I think we ought to give him 3. He's doing a lot of the background checks
He's
on
done a lot
all
for
these
us.
applicants, and that's
He's
his
worked
time.
ever since we've been on.
And we're not paying a police chief, haven't paid that since February, so we
And
can
that
afford
would
it.
come out of a different fund, and it's
Sure it would.
gonna come out of the
Yeah.
police fund, so yeah.
Okay, 500 all across the board? Good. And then 3%?
Yeah.
I'd give him 2 more applications, that would be 8 today.
Full and part-time. And 300.
I'll support that if somebody makes a motion. Did you make it already? Louis,
I made a motion for all of them to get 500.
Okay, so you wanna do first?
including Seth?
Who's that? He,
Okay.
cause he's been working on our police guy for,
Ever since I took
Yeah.
office.
I'll go with that motion.
okay.
Second? Who seconded it?
What?
What, you seconded? Sue,
Yes, sure.
Jason,
Yes.
Christie? Yes. Kim,
Yes.
Louis?
Yes.
Okay, we need approval of our summer fuel budget for next year, which is 131,850.
We just need a motion to approve the motor fuel tax for 2026. I make a motion that we approve the motor fuel tax for 2026.
And CJ, I gave this to you today, and,
Yeah, me and Dad both looked over, it looked good.
and, okay.
Okay, second.
Thank you. Second.
I'll second.
131.
Louis?
Yes.
Christie? Yes. Kim?
Yes.
Jason?
I was looking for this.
Sue?
Yes.
Okay, visitors? Mike, got anything to say?
Hey, thank you.
Approval of bills?
I make a motion, we pay our bills, please.
Christie? Yes. Sue?
Yes.
Louis?
Yes.
Jason?
Yes.
Kip?
Yes.
Criminal treasure report.
You have my report.
Second.
What? What?
Make a motion. You got a motion and a second, we're just waiting to vote.
Okay.
Louis seconded.
Kip?
Yes.
Christie? Yes. Sue?
Yes.
Jason?
Yes.
Louis?
Yes.
Okay, Claire, you got anything on that one?
Nothing, well, I just noticed outside, there's, 6 cats running around. Did you guys see them?
Out here?
Yeah,
Yeah.
a mama and her 5 babies.
Oh.
So I guess I'll be setting traps for them. I haven't really been doing any trapping because funds are depleted. And I still have 2 cats that have to get,
I picked up the kids at school today, there's 3 little aquariums up by the church too.
Oh.
yep. They'll freeze it up.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, I didn't know.
I got a call from, a couple of people that went down to that trailer on North Street, and also to the house on Elm Street, about dogs barking and getting loose and all that. And, the one person down on North Street, they'd been leaving their dog out at night, 4 o'clock in the morning, still have one.
Holy moly.
Yeah. So anyway, I talked to him, and supposedly he's gonna keep the dog in the house, so we'll see.
Yeah, I don't get any of those calls, so luckily you get them, especially this past week.
Hey, Jared, you got anything to report?
Obviously, we moved forward with the Bernie, property and trying to get a resolution there. That is set, I think next Wednesday. Same thing with the Tower Place, since you indicated, Mayor, you wanna move forward, we think we can get it accomplished now. That's, probably the first or second week of December. Other than that, Mara property, I'm waiting on the estate, which oddly enough is kind of me as well, since I've represented the estate. But they are approving the real estate purchase agreement and the deed, but we took us some time to get the legal description for the property. But Mark tracked that down. Other than that, we had an ordinance violation get picked up. It was a previous judgment and it's been paid in full now, so there's probably money, a couple of, I think it was maybe $100 coming to the village that hadn't been paid, but is now paid. I was just gonna say, somebody check to make sure there's probably a check in the mail, and if not, let me know.
The court date for, the house up in the wall, that's on,
I think it's November 19th, I think I said.
19th.
Yeah, I think
9
it's,
o'clock.
no, it'll be 1:15, November 19th, ordinance violations are 1:15, or 1 o'clock, I think.
I'll make sure you have all the information.
Yep. Updated numbers is what I really would tell you, so I can get. That's it.
Okay, trustees report?
I did have something, Mr. Mayor. I was just curious. It's my understanding, are we right now under contract with the Christian County Sheriff's Department to do some patrolling? Are we still doing that? To what degree? Are they guaranteeing a certain, because I've never seen,
You know what, I saw them today.
I never see them.
I saw him today on Elm Street, come down Elm Street, and then he got behind me, and fallen to the ground.
So are we getting billable hours for them? I mean, what?
Yeah.
They have been very short-handed, so they haven't put a lot.
Well, there's a reason why I'm asking is because I don't know if are they supposed to give us 20 hours a week, 40? I mean, is that
Just
what?
as they can.
Okay, so
They're working more overtime for their salary.
would there be any chance that somebody that's doing that could come and report to us at a committee meeting, a police, just so we can, I never see them.
Yeah, it'd be nice
Does
to know.
anybody else
It'd
see
be nice to
them?
know how many.
I seen them last week.
Well,
last weekend.
the apartment's across the street from my house, yeah, I've seen them up there.
Well, that's the right.
All the time there.
Do you, are you seeing?
I see, yeah, down Springfield
Beverly
Street.
gets a list once a month, but the amount of hours. We do it once a month, they send us a report on the hours and the individual.
Do they have like, we're charging you for 5 hours for this particular Saturday from 12, I mean, so we know,
Yes,
then,
that's what they're doing.
We only had one person working, last month, okay? No, the 9th, September, and he only worked 18 and a half hours during that month.
Do they tell us how
And
many
we
tickets
do
they
have a
write?
report from the sheriff's office telling us when he worked.
My goodness.
you see, is that a report, Beverly, you said that, would you mind sharing that with the rest of the board at the next committee meeting, just so we can kind of have, I appreciate it, I have personally never seen them. But it explains that they're really not here that much in the month of September,
If they
so,
write a ticket in.
but and then we're obviously not paying, paying $45 an hour.
They said that by the way.
Oh, okay.
We still give them percent of all tickets.
All right, that helps, I appreciate it, thank you, I was just curious. Because I thought, I saw too, which I thought was a kind of a clever idea during Halloween weekend, that they brought out one of the cars and said, I thought that was kind of nice.
Anybody else?
There's nobody in that car, right?
I have something, I'd like, if Jamie or you, Mr. Conrad wrote up this nice thing about chickens since he's raised them when he was a kid and that. I'd like to see this go on the website, our teammate website. So if they got questions about raising chickens, I know Claire's gave her thing, but you got hands-on experience with Mike.
I'll get a copy of it when we
You
get
have
it.
mine?
Okay,
Okay?
okay, and then I'll ask Jamie.
And lastly, for a plug for our South Fork ponies, I'd just like to see people supporting this Saturday. They're in the Final Four. Never been in history.
Hey,
And tell everybody quit arguing about the damn fireworks.
Right, yeah, oh my
no, but you
God.
know, Louis, you know what, not totally
thought it was
different.
fun.
I wish that they would have a better flag. When they have you stand up, for that flag, you can hardly see it. I just wish they had a better flag.
It's a 3x flag.
I don't know if it, no, I mean, closer, that's all. I didn't know if it was a grant, it's like it's way, it is, you go to the game and you can't find the freaking flag, but you're
Been no wind.
singing to, I'm sorry, I was totally,
You got anything, Sue?
No, and I heard the fireworks, and after the first one, I wasn't scared anymore.
Yeah.
The dog and I both got out from underneath the table.
I guess we should put dog warning out, please secure your dogs.
I mean,
They wouldn't do it anyway. Yeah.
it's the first time in history they've done this, and we got a town from that, somebody complaining about the fireworks. It's like,
Yeah, I saw it,
I
right.
mean,
It's not that, it's something else.
and
Yeah,
somebody,
they're on the other
I could
side
see
of the
a
word.
Vietnam veteran or somebody that's been to war, I could see their complaint of that, but I don't think they're doing it, because I know I don't complain about it.
Christie, you got anything? The only thing that I would ask the board, Linda and Cochee would like to move her motorhome back on her lot for 6 month period. While supposedly they want to start laying sewer out and stuff, start construction in the spring. That's
That's one, where did they go with their motorhome?
they went out to the campgrounds and it was paid $700
But
a
now
month.
they're at,
And I think they're out of lazy days.
So she wants to put
double day, yeah.
But they also had a container on the
Yes, that was a
property, they
big-
moved that, and then they're gonna build a house, is that correct?
That's what she told me on the phone. the other
Well,
day.
not to spring, but spring, this 6 months, even until May
Well,
15th.
supposedly she's got, Nolan is a plumber, and Nolan wants to get in and do some rough one thing that's gonna have concrete floor. I don't know.
Yeah, I think they
Well,
might have a house there already.
I would think, where they gonna put this house at?
What's that?
Where they gonna put this house at?
On that property. On
On that lot.
that lot of
That lot
Walnut
where they
Street.
want to put the
We never had a
So-
problem with the,
So
See,
that
the
basic,
kicker too on this
Break it down.
is right behind her, across the alley, the Neville's house. I don't know if you remember, next to where Luther Beer lived. They remodeled that and doing an excellent job, by the way. But they're living in a travel trailer, and they have been for 8, 10 months.
Why they're doing the work.
And there's somebody else in town that's living in a trailer that's been living there since.
I talked to Mike today and see if he issued a permit for it, and he said no, and they went over, and you know they're in the trailer, but they won't answer the trailer door. But I did see today, they have a sewer line running out, and it goes into the weeds. I don't have a clue what they're doing. They go back there and sniff it.
That's illegal. That's
So,
disgusting.
The only option that I've got there is call help.
so where the virtues are, they own the property they wanna build on.
Yeah.
And they are at where the Flying J or whatever it is.
Yeah.
That campground out there on 55, and I imagine that's
Double check.
expensive.
It's
It's costly each month.
$100,000 a month, I imagine, easily.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, they did act in good faith, they got rid of the container.
You said it in the wrong spot.
You can't do anything here tonight about this, it's not on the agenda. You
Yeah.
have to wait until December, put it on the
Special
agenda.
meeting.
Just want to.
No special meeting.
So I tell her a little bit about, how you guys feel about it.
Yeah, I mean, if she wants to come to the next meeting, we'll be happy to entertain,
I'll put her on the agenda.
making another.
You can discuss it at the committee meeting, or
Yep.
whatever you
Yeah.
propose to
Have her
do.
come to that one. and-
Regular meeting in December.
Have her come to the committee meeting, and then we'll vote on it.
Okay, anybody have anything else? Entertain a motion to adjourn.
I second.
Kristen, yes.
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 Yes.